Chat, look at this. Look at Crowny. He's 800 LP GM. I said the thing yesterday. If you get to Chal, you get 200 gifted subs. Bro just decides to lock in. What the f? What the hell? Why didn't he just do that earlier? That guy? What is this? NAEU coaches make bronze draft. Bronze coach copies LCK draft. Huh? We saw that. Vanilla is basic, but everyone likes it. No matter how good mint is, it's always good compared to the others. Chocolate is basic, but always proves it's the best. Bubblegum is often considered too Bro, what the fuck is this? What is this? Can someone tell me HLE guaranteed MSI? No, they're not guaranteed MSI. What the fuck is that? Oh my god. Scroll.esports.com and found this, huh? What a coincidence. Circuito Desafiante Woche 6, Woche 5. Rats versus Los. Bro, what the fuck league is that? Chat, what league is that? What league is that? That's tier 2 Brazil? I just realized who Baus reminds me of. Okay. Okay. Apparently, Baus used to play Bard before he found the hidden technology.
And some AD carries just aren't feeling as in this brush. Wait for the enemy laners to finish leashing, and then charge up your Q, and bam! Half their HP with one ability. Half
Bro,
your
I
support
remember
chain
this
up their
YouTuber
CC,
from ages
finish them
ago.
off with
Dong Huap. Bro, I remember this guy. He quit League of Legends. Wait, why? Why did he quit? I remember his old videos. What the fuck? What the fuck, man? I'm having like an epiphany of like, oh my god. Mega throwback. Wait, why did he quit League of Legends?
Hi there, my name's Donhwap. I have been a professional League of Legends YouTuber for the last 10 years, and as of today, I am officially quitting League of Legends and will no longer be making any more League content. The reason I'm quitting is because I just released my first stand-up comedy special called Too Broke to Be Woke, and I am fully committing towards stand-up instead of League of Legends.
What?
If you remember my first video...
He's gonna be a stand-up comedian? Wait, that's fucking cool.
It was a short little 2-minute monologue similar to this called Why Asians Are Better at League. At that time, I was a struggling stand-up comedian who just moved to New York City. I was washing dishes, I was doing stand-up at night, trying to make it somewhere in the Big Apple. And after this came out, I had no expectations for it,
the Big
but
Apple.
somehow it got to the front page of Reddit, and overnight, I ended up with 10,000 subscribers. So I went, hey, maybe I should give this YouTube thing a shot. I feel like I've achieved a lot while in this scene. The biggest one being obviously that I was able to make a full-time career, a 6-figure job out of making YouTube videos. And upon hearing that, I know a lot of people might say, oh, well, aren't you basically walking away from a dream job? Isn't this your dream job? Playing video games for money? And that's kind of how I felt when I started this journey. I thought that if I could just play League all day and make money that way, I would be happy. In my field, you are heavily incentivized to stream and to repost highlights and to make content that way. And I did try that for a while. This is going to sound really stupid or entitled or, you know, maybe out of touch or privileged, but after playing nothing but League of Legends for a week, I realized I didn't want to spend my life playing video games. I wanted to just make content that I cared about. So while this is absolutely a dream job, this is just not my dream job. I will always be grateful for the experiences.
Chat, I feel like, okay, bro, I might be super out of touch. Okay. When you have a dream, or you get like a job you really wanted, or you finally like achieve the thing that you were looking for, after doing it for so many years, it doesn't feel the same, you know? I don't know. Like, I had this when I was a pro player. When I was a pro player and I started in 2015, 2014, I was so excited. The fire was fucking... It was crazy high. It was insane. I was grinding my fucking ass off. But then it just feels like you hit this barrier. I don't know if it's the same in general. But I just like grinded. I just hit this ceiling. And when I hit that ceiling, everything felt so much less rewarding. You know? I just felt like, okay, I'm here now. Now I feel like my motivation's gone down a lot because I've just hit this. And then when I went to the LEC, I broke that ceiling. I was like, oh my god, I got to the LEC, holy shit. And then when I was in the LEC for like 3 years, by like the middle of the 3rd year, I was like, oh my god, I'm in a ceiling again. This is starting to become so grindy. I don't have the energy to grind like I used to back then. I don't know if that's because I got older. I haven't felt that with streaming yet. I haven't felt this like ceiling of, oh my god, I have to do this, you know, I feel like I have to do this every day and I'm bored or whatever. I haven't hit that yet. I feel like maybe one day I will. I don't know if streamers experience that. The good thing about streaming and like the privileged thing about streaming is if you're bored of something, you could just do a different game, you know? It just depends on how much you... It depends on how much you rely on... How do I word this? Okay, so if I stream League, I'll get like, I don't know, 10 to 20k viewers. If I stream a random game, I might get like 10 to 12k viewers. And if that doesn't matter to you, then you can kind of play anything you want, you know? Obviously, I'm like quite privileged in the position I am for streaming. But the main point of my argument is, if you do something for so long, it can get grindy to the point where your fire burns less and it becomes more of like a chore than it does a passion. That's what I noticed as a pro player. I don't know if that applies to many things, but that's what I felt like. So maybe that's what he experienced. Maybe he started and he was like, fuck, this is so epic. I'm actually just playing games for a living. But after like 10 years, it's like, bro, I don't want to see another fucking game in League of Legends. Like, I'm so done with this bullshit.
That I've had in this community. League of Legends is known for being the most toxic community in the gaming space, perhaps in the world.
Actually, no. I have gotten the chore. There is something that has become a chore. I will tell you it right now. And I've stopped doing it. I don't know if I have mentioned it every now and then. The chore is social media. Back in like, I would say from the late 2024 onwards, I only tweeted about news. But old Caedrel, I used to tweet so much. I used to tweet pictures. I used to tweet thoughts. I used to retweet things. I used to open up Twitter every day. I used to do like, you know, how am I feeling? This is happening. La la la. Yap, anything. You know, I would just tweet random shit before. Nowadays, I don't tweet that much. I tweeted on the April 9th, April 6th for Faker. March 23rd, Lost Ratones stuff. When big stuff happens. March 20th, big Lost Ratones stuff. EMEA Masters, I was quite active. But this was all EMEA Masters. But unless there's a big event on, I just CBA using Twitter. I don't know why. I CBA looking at it. Like March 8th, sketch goalkeeper. March 12th was, March 2nd was the fucking finals of the NLC. My Twitter is very Lost Ratones focused now. But yeah, February 12th, February 17th. I tweet like once a week. I'm so done with social media and Twitter. I feel like over the years of like reading people atting me, mentioning, saying this, saying that, Caedrel this, Caedrel that, Caedrel do this, Caedrel do that, why did Caedrel say this, why did Caedrel do that, rage bait here, rage bait, clickbait. I'm so sick of it. I used to care so much about like people's Twitter takes and opinions being like, you know, there's a tweet with like 2k likes and it says, well, Caedrel did this, I think that's unacceptable. And then I have to open it up and I have to talk about it and yeah. Bro, I just couldn't give a shit no more. Like, honestly, I feel like Twitter is the worst social media platform ever because people just make up all this bullshit, say all this dumb shit, and just farm you for rage bait or for their own fucking satisfaction to see you, like, worry. Instagram, I don't mind as much because it's very photo-based, right? You just, like, put a photo up of how your day's going. People are like, oh, that's cool. Or, like, a story of what you're doing. But Twitter, when it comes to like actual writing texts and like people being able to like give their opinions on shit and like trying to intentionally word it in ways where, bro, I'm so done with that platform. It's so horrible. Horrible platform. It's just a fucking cesspool.
I mean, if you look at top 10 lists, we are #1 in all of them. But personally, I would never take away my time here away for
but
any...
I only read our Reddit. sometimes I look at our Reddit and I'll like look at it on my phone and see what's happening.
Thing. League of Legends, I feel, has made me a better person. It's made me a tougher person for sure. Like, back when I started, I was not able to deal with pressure from audience members or hecklers or other comedians. If you know anything about stand-up, it is very much a straight white male dominated space, and there's a lot of blatant racism behind doors. Racism can be hard to deal with, but it's not as hard as League of Legends players.
What the fuck?
I feel extremely grateful to all my fans who've been supporting me for so long. Thanks to your support, I was able to self-fund my first stand-up comedy special, which I hope you'll try at my new YouTube channel called Dan Pan Stand Up. You can also support me on Patreon at the same tag as well. It has been an honor, it's been a privilege, and it has been an absolute pleasure to make Donghwap videos for you guys for all these years.
A lot of people
For one last time,
Yo,
my name
big
is
pace.
Donghwap. Thanks for watching.
See you later, cuh. See you later. Yeah, that guy's content was epic back in the days. Epic League content creator. But yeah, what social media platforms do I use? What social media platforms do I use? I don't know. I use Twitter to text my mum because she messaged me on Twitter. So I use DMs on Twitter. I use Instagram every now and then to put a story up or to put a reel up because I was told that I need to grow my Instagram because I had never used Instagram. Like, I'm going to look at my Instagram right now and ignoring reels. I posted a picture of Worlds 24 and 3rd November. And then I pictured a travel in Japan 18th November, and then 6th December, and then 19th December, then 30th of January, 13th of February, 5th of March. So I post once a month on Instagram. And people are like, Instagram's a great platform to grow if you're a content creator. And I'll say, oh my god. Okay, so I'll fucking try and grow my Instagram then. So I started putting reels on it. But overall, Twitter was the one I used the most. I don't use Twitter now as much. Instagram I'm using more now. But maybe it's just, yeah. And then I use the Reddit, basically. That's kind of it. And then Discord mostly, really. Like, that's about it. But Twitch is my favorite place to be. Twitch is where I spend all my time. Twitch is where I spend all my time, basically. Every day I'm here. So, it's with the wets. Like, time streamed per month on average. I don't know what my time stream per month on average is. What's my average time stream per month? I stream about 220 to 230 hours a month. So how much of my week is spent with you fucking rats? How much is divided by 4? So 55 hours a week with you degenerate ass suckers. That's what I spend. That's my weeks. But I like it. I like it. I'm enjoying it a lot. I feel like Twitch is the one place where I just don't get burnt out or brain rot. I mean, I do get brain rot, but like it's selective brain rot, you know? I feel like I've gotten so used to someone coming in and saying something stupid, and instead my way of dealing with it when someone says something really stupid or annoying is I don't ban them or time them out. I just call them out. I just call them out and I'll put their chat message on the screen and talk to them. That's my favorite thing to do. And then just have a conversation with them on Twitch. Like this motherfucker. Idiot. Why you write that? Why? Who's the idiot? Who's the idiot? Me or you? Who? Haha. Me or you? Say it. Say it. And then the beautiful thing is, me. That's normally what happens. That's normally what happens. They backtrack or they get timed out. Yo, it's okay. I love you. Much love. Much love. My High Noon Leona cosplay. Why is it so zoomed in? That's cool as hell. What the fuck? That's cool as hell. Bum, 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 bum. LFL teams are slightly better than NACL teams on average, but the high-tier LFL teams are way better than the high-tier NACL teams. I've never been treated this well in my whole career. Okay, so from an NACL jungler who has come to EU to play in the LFL, according to him, the NACL is much easier than the top of the LFL. And Los Ratones beat the top of the LFL 3-0 to win EU Masters Finals. So that means, in turn, Los Ratones would clear the NACL, hands down. Fact easy. It just works like that. Accept it. Accept it. Oh, that's really nice that he's being...
Yeah, I was a bit nervous for sure. I don't know if it was affecting my gameplay at all, but we'll have to see.
But how old is Yukino? He's quite a... Wasn't he a NA prospect? 19 years old? Wasn't he like... Oh, he played on 100 Thieves Academy. Disguised Toasts team. I can't... Bro, this website always bugs and like crashes my shit. He came 6th in NACL playoffs with Disguised. He won spring playoffs. NACL 2024 qualifier he won it with. He won the qualifier. Bradley, I remember that guy. He was on TL. But he's climbing. He's like a... Isn't he like... Wasn't he super high-low? I mean, look at that. He's playing solo queue right now. He's 1.1 KLP, 70% win rate. He's a little bit of a demon. He's a little bit of a fucking demon, isn't he? That's not bad. 70%, 1 KLP. Jesus. Have they played LFL yet? Has LFL started? Oh, they have played. 1 win, 1 loss. Bro, isn't that just iconic? He comes to EU, plays only carry junglers. Smashes every game. Smashes every game. His first 2 games in LFL, he plays Maokai both games. Maokai both games. He plays Maokai both games and has a damage of 702. He went 2-8-13, 1-3-8. Wait, so he's averaging 3 kills, 11 deaths. Maokai jungle both games. 45 minutes, 34 minutes. Oh my god. That is crazy. So what is the LFL standings? They're 5th place. Wait, IJC is 0-2? What? They lost to BK Rog. They got stomped by BK Rog. And they lost to Good Luck. Who's Good Luck? Oh, Circe. Circe. Shay knows Circe, don't you? Wait, is this bugged? Oh, I see. This is... Okay. So, IJC is struggling. Interesting. Interesting. Wait, there's a new champion.
Well, looks like we were wrong. We might not get the Darkin Glaive champion next. Instead, she is the new champion. So maybe we are getting the Rose Knight after all, like some leaks were suggesting. Just strange that we would get those LeBlanc teasers of them looking for a new host
that's
for
the
the
new
Darkin
champion?
weapon in Ionia. To not have that tied to
Yunara.
this. But maybe we will. Maybe she will be the host. Or we'll get 2 champions out of this, and we'll get her first and then the Darkin in Season 3. Or she is the host of the new Darkin weapon, and this is her before possession. And we don't know her name yet. This is all in the cinematic for the new season, the Ionian Spirit Blossom one. This is not made by the same people that made the previous Naxus and LeBlanc ones, and
Yunara. Pro Overwatch rules are completely rigged against NA and EU. It's ridiculous how many people expect these regulations to be competitive under these even in vice rules. NA and EU limited to 2 Koreans each, while Korea is allowed 5. How is that fair?
Mark said 200 subs, he really...
Oh yeah, we went through that already.
Slowly finding himself, even though...
Grabs his thoughts on LR.
What do I think of the level of Ratones compared to the C teams? They can take games of probably like Heretics, SK, and Rogue. But that's it. Like, they would be a bottom feeder team at max.
Nope. Incorrect.
I think even Rogue they can't really beat.
Incorrect.
They can
Scrim us
beat
then.
Heretics, I think.
Scrim us. Scrim us then. Scrim us.
And SK, I think, like, if SK had a
Scrim us.
mental restart,
Scrim us.
I think they would beat...
Scrim us. Hey, if we're gonna only beat bottom tier teams, then we should... Yo, let's practice. Let's practice. Let's practice. What is this? Let's its best player walk even when he wants to stay. Signs the Messi of League, Stoic, Gigachad, Unkillable, Jungle Rat, must have sex and Bondage King in the North. Has beef with its own fans. My fraud ate the beef already. 0 tournaments won, 0 international appearances. 0 tournaments. What do you mean 0 tournaments won, 0 international appearances? How does that make sense, that one? 2 tournaments won, lost to the Rats, destroyed T1. Funky drafts that look like they made in bronze lobby. Bronze coach is surprisingly good at drafting. Oh, 2025. Oh. 13 heart attacks watching their games, 89 heart attacks watching it. Bro, what have you made? Caedrel and Baus wants to use his play in pro play. Oh dear god, do gorgeous. Caedrel and Velia wants to use his playstyle in pro play. You fucking tank jungler. Yo, I'm just pushing him to become the best player possible.
Why do you look bald? It's called a fade. It's a summer look. It's a look for the summer. Also, I'm not even. I don't have this haircut to impress you guys. I didn't get this haircut to. I got this haircut to impress the ladies. So I mean,
Varus would be super solid after all the reason you mentioned with lane swap, and then also what we've just seen now.
My LR sign was kinda visible.
It is just super.
Lost Ratones. Oh, I see it, yeah. When did Lost Ratones play? Oh, sweet, thank you, man.
It's super strong, that's what I'm trying to say.
And that's what I'm wondering, actually thinking.
What the hell is this?
Varus.
Looking clean.
Right now, Rumble is the 4th most banned champion and the champion who found the biggest success on the top lane.
Bro, why is Baus's haircut
Change the
taking
way
up the
Rumble
Reddit?
can
Okay, we
be
saw that.
prioritized. If you can find
Tickets, we
ways
saw
to
that.
activate this
Caedrel
talent,
lose,
this
we saw that.
gentleman showed it.
I still think that it's gonna still
Uh,
the sort of
we checked out.
in the
My
sense
goat
where
looks like
you don't have to
Executor.
rumble now. It's not gonna be a winning lane. You're just gonna treat it as a stable, good blind pick, like how everyone was picking Asante before. You wouldn't really pick Asante just to
T1
win
at
lane. Rumble
EWC,
had the same
Guma
stuff
UC
to it that
magically.
would always be winning lane.
Wait, T1 took the EWC video down and re-uploaded it with snapshots of Guma? They took it down and re-uploaded it?
들어올린 팀은 바로
I didn't see him though.
레전드 종목 영광의 초대 우승 트로피를 들어올린 팀은 바로
Oh yeah, they did. Oh my god, they did. They re-uploaded it with a photo of Guma. Damn.
네, 그리고 올해 EWC에서 뭐 발로란트, 배그 종목이 굉장히 다양하다고 합니다.
맞아요. 그리고 이름만 들어도 놀랄 수밖에 없는 세계 최고의 클럽 팀들도 함께한다고 해요.
요즘 T1 발로란트 폼 미쳤거든요.
Well,
알죠.
I guess the fans are more happy now. Due to visual and technical issues in the previous uploaded content, the EWC video has been re-edited and uploaded. We apologize for any inconvenience. And they didn't listen to requests for thumbnail replacements, but they re-uploaded a video. Since you've re-uploaded it, please correct the omitted part. Selective feedback is amazing. Okay. Okay. Chat, G2 Esports have sold 19-year-old player Monesi to Falcons for a reported $2.5 million. They paid $600K for the Russian prodigy in 2022. Easy investment. Yo. They sold him for 2.5 mil? What the fuck? Let's do a Reddit check. Barrel before he gained weight. Bro, Barrel when he was younger was... He was kind of swag.
Maybe bro responsible. Like their tagline is blow it up.
True.
Poor Doran, Genji Doran, H. Eliseus, T1 Doran. True. That brother should be flipping birders. Scout on what Knight should do next. Pool party Twitch announced. What the fuck?
As pick plummeting.
Bro, shut up.
You know, not sure will happen, but
Odo earning so much at LR that he just plays balloons on the LEC broadcast.
I think you gotta shoot your shot when you have your chance. And he had his chance.
Balsi Fearless Game 5. Why am I playing Gregas Game 5? This is Zeus Practice. Balsi in the 100th solo queue game champion select Sion Gregas.
Yep.
True!
is presumably
True.
the. I mean, I don't know. I think definitely for.
07 LEC is getting cooked in the Korean forums. Their admin really posts this without the full context. If the T1 fans would be able to send trucks to Europe, it's over. Wait, were the Korean fans mad about this?
Considering it's often like a first ban. So we'll see if that gets banned out in the second rotation. I would presume so. It is
Wait,
DRX
what?
with kind of the advantage because they get the first
You
pick
played to
and the
show
top
them
pick
how
in this
good you
next
are on
stage.
Akali. Vadi trying to prove that he was not inting.
We'll see if they're able to capitalize on that.
2016 Challenger
That
jacket.
last fan sign, by the way,
Damn.
it said Volley Bear? No, Teddy Bear.
I have a 2016
So,
Challenger
Teddy
jacket.
fan. That's cute. Yeah, that was actually pretty cute. Thanks for the translation there, G-Sun.
Bro, you can't sell your jacket on the website, though.
We're going to be speedrunning through it,
Bro,
obviously.
I'm gonna remove it.
So
This ain't a
getting back to
marketplace.
exactly,
Go put it on eBay.